Modus Vivendi by 070 Shake. 070 Shake hails from North Bergen, New Jersey. She started out writing poetry and graduated to making songs. She's part of the 070 Music Collective, using their city's zip code. Shake was making some noise on SoundCloud when Yes Jules reached out to manage her. She took her music to Good Music, which caught the attention of Pusha T, who signed her to Good Music in 2016. How's our debut album, though? Here's our honest review of Modus Vivendi by 070 Shake.
Modus Vivendi.
There you go.
I mispronounced everything. I'm pretty sure somebody will still say that was wrong, and I'll believe them just because I messed up pronunciation so much. You had heard of 070 Shake?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we heard her on Kanye's album.
I
and
think we were like, who was that?
Yeah. Especially when we heard that song.
Yeah.
And I'm drawing a blank on the song. It had Ty on it.
Yeah. I forgot the name too. Don't worry.
Yeah. How you feel about this time artwork?
I actually thought it was pretty cool. I like the whole like outworldly thing. Like it's just really a dope vibe. I think it's got an interesting color palette to it, just because of the blue outfit or whatever you want to say that she's wearing, along with the white and orange in the background, and you can see the orange reflecting off the blue suit. And the font on the top left makes it look like it's reminiscent to like a comic book anime cover or something like that. So I was really feeling the cover. I liked it.
Yeah, I thought the cover was actually really cool. It looks like something like, I could see Janelle Monáe doing for her album cover. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's actually really cool. It kind of gives you like, this is about to be futuristic, lost in space type of vibe.
Yeah.
The flow of this project, man, look, man. So if you took Khalid and The Weeknd and mixed it with that Travis Scott, Kanye West influence 808 and Heartbreak sound, I feel like you'd get 070 Shake.
Interesting. I feel like, this is just a collection of sounds that are very eccentric and kind of dated. And I'll get to that in my review.
Okay, well, you'll be getting to it very soon because my highlights are short. So, highlights for this, man. Morrow came on. That song is a vibe. It is super dope, super hot fire. I know it's beginning of the year, but I might still be playing that by the end of the year.
Yeah,
because I thought that song was super dope. Same with Guilty Conscious, man. Guilty Conscious came on, and I'm like, man, these two songs right here are ridiculous. That's it.
Yeah, Morrow was really dope for me. I felt like, the lead in to come around like set it up perfectly, because it just hit me out of nowhere, and I was just like, oh, this is fire. The Pines I thought had a really dope vibe to it, and like just the whole arrangement of it was pretty dope. And I think it was Under the Moon I thought was pretty nice, and
it's got a cool vibe.
Yeah, real cool vibe. That's about it.
Lowlights. Pretty much everything else I wasn't really rocking with. Everything she was trying to do, I just didn't find interesting. I can get this from so many other artists. It's not like I felt like she wasn't offering anything new. It's just like I was just like, man, I could get some of this from Travis Scott. Oh, this hook sounds like Khalid would have sung it. Oh, this sounds like something The Weeknd would have tried to flip. Oh, this sounds like 808 and Heartbreak style. So overall, it just felt like a patchwork of a whole bunch of things. They have it in the rap category, but it's only so much rapping on this project, and it just
so this was in the rap category.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was like, iTunes, y'all okay? Y'all tripping?
I didn't even acknowledge that. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. But in listening to it though, I every time I walked away, like, okay, and just kind of like not really feeling super attached to anything other than Morrow and Guilty Conscience.
Yeah, coming off of listening to this the first time, I was just like, that was interesting, because I really didn't vibe well to it. It was just kind of playing in the background. Upon listening to it again, I'm like, this really sounds like this would be something like in the 80s or something like that. Like, it sounds really old. And I thought this was like an alternative kind of genre, because I thought this was just like some kind of different vibe, because that's what it really sounds like, some alternative type of vibe. But with that being said, it was kind of hard for me myself to grasp to it, because I felt like it was just super airy. Like it was all over the place. Because I love some of the production choices on here. Like there was a couple times where I was just like, yo, that was a dope beat progression. Yo, that was a dope instrument that kick in right there. But when it came to her vocals, I thought it was all over the place. It was like I couldn't tell if this was her voice or this was like an added effect on her voice. It was just doing weird things sonically that I was just like, okay, I don't vibe with that, but I'm loving what you're doing with the production. So all the other songs that I didn't mention in my highlights was just like there were cool things about them, but it really didn't feel complete for me. And like I was more like, okay, when is this going to end? Because it kind of felt like it just redid the same thing over and over. And if I was to point out one little light, I didn't like Guilty Conscience. It just really just sounded played out to me. I didn't really like the vibe of it. What was it? Divorce, I wanted to like it, but there was too much happening with the beat. Because I kind of liked the idea of the song and what she was talking about in the lyrics, but it just really seemed jumbled around. What was it? Microdosing, I felt like that was just too much repeating and everything like that. And then I think it was either Daydreaming or Terminal B that was just really, really long. And I was just like, I'm not getting the vibe here. So I get this might not be for me, but as far as beat arrangement and vocal placement, I wasn't a big fan of.
Yeah, if I'm actually gonna mention songs that like I really like on the real end of the low end, like that Microdosing, I was just shaking my head listening to that. Divorce, wasn't rocking with that. And then see, If Forever, I heard that sample, I'm like, oh man, this beat about to drop in crazy. And then the beat for Rocket Ship came on and I was extremely disappointed, and the song had me disappointed. So those three are like the main disappointments. Final thoughts, man. I think 07 Shake has a couple, like, you can count them on one hand, songs on this project. Like, to me, it's two that actually exceeded expectations and will land on, like, one of my playlists or something like that. But nothing else was interesting. You know, I kind of like the mystique kind of wore off because, like, after listening to her on Nas's album, like, I think They Scared of Us, and she was a good part of what Kanye West did with his album with the woods and Wyoming in the background. I can't remember what it's called. Yay. Yay. She had a hand in that, and I think she was on Kids See Ghosts too. I can't remember. But either way, I remember just being like, man, I want to hear more of her. Like, forget what everybody else doing. And I feel like after listening to this project, that kind of mystique is over with. So it's like if I see 070 Shake, I'll check it out, but I'm just hoping that it can get to the same place that a song like Morrow or Guilty Conscience was at for me.
Yeah, I kind of feel like maybe this sound is not for me, and you know that's a statement for everybody. This might cater to a specific crowd, but like I said, the production hit me in some way, but it was just the vocals I could not get with. I feel you, the mystique is kind of gone, but I'm still like, you know, it's like, okay, let me see what else she puts out, because I don't know if this is just something that maybe this is her style and maybe we don't quite understand it yet. But as far as, you know, whether it's for me or not, I'm not sure.
Final grade. X. I gotta be harsh. I like 2 songs. That's it. 2 out of 14 is not good math. But shout out to 070 Shake. I think she will have a bright future if she can just find out how to tune into those hits. Kind of get away from that Kanye West good music sound. I think that might be a detriment at the end of the day. And just kind of do you. And the next one got to be better.
Maybe she is doing her.
The next one got to be better.
Yeah, I'm going to have to give it an X as well. This is just something that's not for me, and I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. But I see some kind of potential. It's just that the inconsistencies with the vocals and just everything being all out of place was just too much for me, where I really didn't care what was going on with the song.